The journey of the autobiographical artist is one that is fraught with danger, my friend.
Our voices trembled and our hands began to shake.
The purpose of the fundamentals is to transcend the fundamentals.
Music, I've heard, is that which decorates time.
Hey, Traveling Trav. Hey, where you been traveling, man? And I think it's that innocence and that love and that play that I'm discovering today in Traveling Trav. Labor and the expression of worth. So far, there's been no monastery who has asked me to stay for longer than a few days. So, knowing how wrong I can be, which honestly, that could turn into a trend. Speaking of trends, let's talk about a pancake and tamale combination, kind of like the new waffles and chicken. Pancakes and tamales. The syrup can roll off of the pancake and slide right down every open door. Labor and the expression of worth. In 1935, as the Dust Bowl ravaged Oklahoma, this man, D.C. Minner, was born on this property in Renniesville, Oklahoma, where he would one day open up the Oklahoma Blues Hall of Fame. I got to sit down and talk with D.C. Minner's longtime wife and musical companion, Selby Minner.
Keep on using me, now, darling. Use me up. Use me up. And then I got a guitar when I turned 16, and they sent me to the guy to learn how to play, and he wanted me to read sheet music and do Jingle Bells.
And you weren't into that, huh?
No, I'm listening to the Rolling Stones.
And contributor to the great work, and I love to see what's coming forth here.
Yes, we are on our way.
Labor and the expression of worth. Strengthening a tribe member deepens a tribe. Depth tribes feed the world. Inclusive, organismic depth tribes. Come on. Travelin' Trav is a singer, songwriter, poet, essayist, metaphysical. What's up, y'all? Labor and the expression of worth. Depth tribes feed the world. Strengthening a tribe member deepens a tribe.
In the light of friendship, fear is an illusion. Friendship is medicine.
Being alive is very dangerous. Almost everyone who has ever lived is dead now. 15,000 years ago, most all humans were nomadic. We carried spears with us and we tried to stab animals to death. Then we thought, what if we put those animals to work for us and we make them plow our fields? Then we'll have a whole bunch of extra grain. We became more and more specialized until it became normal for some people to work down in holes to get the coal that we needed to stay warm. Now we've become so specialized that some of us make our living by discovering new ways to risk our lives unnecessarily. By what standards do we assign value to a human life? What are you worth? And where did you discover your worth? How do we show others that they are valuable to us? What are the methods by which we discover our innate value? Can you recall when you first believed in the value of money? We are born into systems and institutions that we may live inside of all of our lives without ever questioning.
And what does that mean?
Maybe we are a lot like bees in a hive, doing our jobs to produce the honey, not questioning who we're producing that honey for. A true spiritual practice challenges our unconscious belief systems. Many people still think that religion is a belief system, but a true religion is a method by which we question the belief systems. If we question enough, our perception of what we call reality may begin to dematerialize. In many cultures, we have alienated ourselves from the basic human functions. We don't know how to hunt. We don't know how to fish. We don't know how to grow our own food. Labor and the expression of worth, we are not obligated to cling to what we think, especially when what we think has been unconsciously programmed. I am the true king, and so are you. And together, we can discover the sacred nature of being.
And how do we understand ourselves in relationship to those stories that we tell ourselves, right? There are stories that have been handed down to us that come with our lineage, stories that we were being told before we even understood what a story was, right? And then in many instances, we've been told how to interpret that story also, right? Because that tends to be what we do with stories, is we make interpretations. I found at the end of my journey into absolute materialist, nihilist, rational thinking, I discovered myself as a poet. I discovered myself hovering there at the edge of the observable universe with some kind of cosmic melon baller in my hand, and I was scraping out the remnants of all of the terrible, destructive religious stories that I'd ever been told. And then I realized how silly that was. Biologically speaking, I am a story creature, am I not? How can I resist that urge in myself to tell the story? That's somewhat ridiculous, is it not? It goes against my rational assent of understanding myself as a biological product of the evolution of life and consciousness itself. Even the greatest reductive thinkers among us oftentimes are telling a creation story with limited information and resources. Yet we tell the story anyway, don't we? And it seems that we are telling a story of oneness. Our voices tremble, and our hands begin to shake. Our voices tremble, and our hands begin to shake. Our voices tremble, and our hands began to shake. Yes, there's so much to learn. So many stories that we can learn that help to broaden our understanding of who we are, where we are, how we perceive ourselves. When we become aware of the questions that have been being asked for thousands of years, and then we come to an understanding of the significance of those same questions in the life of this one microcosm of the universe, yes? What is the true nature of reality? What can we know? What is it all made of? How can I live with myself? It's a little bit more personal one, right? What is the life well lived?
The truest teacher helps you to discover the teacher in yourself. Educate and empower. Labor and the expression of worth. Strengthening a tribe member deepens a tribe. Depth tribes feed the world. Travelin' Trav is a singer, songwriter, poet, essayist,
How does love become manifest in us?
I learned that from the jazz folks. Cool mind, man. Hi, my name is Travelin' Trav. Travelin' String Camp is my business, sharing and teaching music in your community.